PNG and Australia signs treaty. New determined minimum wage concern. And future accountants urged to be digital influence. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and Prime Minister James Marape have signed the Papua New Guinea-Australia Mutual Defence Treaty in Canberra, Australia today.
Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the signing of the Mutual Defence Treaty is a shared historic moment for both nations, which will build on more than 50 years of cooperation and respect. This treaty reflects the deep trust between Australia and PNG across the breadth of the bilateral relationship. According to Albanese, the treaty contains mutual defence obligations where if either nation faces an armed attack would be a danger to the peace and security of both, they declare they will act together to meet the common danger. The treaty provides for the expansion and modernizations of Australia's and PNG's defence relationship, including the potential future recruitment of each country's citizens into their respective forces. Consultations will commence on a recruitment pathway to enable PNG citizens to join the Australian Defence Force. As the first step, from January 1st, 2026, eligible permanent residents living in Australia who are also PNG citizens will be able to apply to join the Australian Defence Force. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Provincial Police Commander for Gulf Province, Chief Inspector Jeffrey Lamb, has expressed concerns about the lack of resources that is hindering police operations in other areas of the province.
Trying to keep up with law and order issues is a critical role where police in Kerma are hoping they can get more support to boost their operations. A key resource needed that was highlighted by the Gulf Provincial Police Commander is police fleet.
Our operations have been greatly affected by the lack of resources, especially vehicles.
Among the new fleets that were dispatched by the headquarters, Gulf Province received only one police vehicle.
All the other provinces have had their share of vehicles. We were only given one vehicle, one police vehicle out of the new fleet that the constabulary has been distributing from headquarters. We need to cover the highway. We need to do other police work. We need vehicles to do that. At the moment, we have only one vehicle running around doing everything. You come too much with one vehicle.
Ben Senwema, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, police in Gulf Province are preparing for a busy schedule as they finalize operational plans for the final local level government elections this week.
In a phone interview, Gulf Police Commander Chief Inspector Jeffrey Lamb confirmed that the operational order is already in place. They will be utilizing manpower from within their own police force.
Just like the general elections, we know which a few changes been made, additional words, and I think a couple of LLGs were created, so manpower deployment details will be issued in a week's time, so we know exactly who is going to be deployed where.
Chief Inspector Lamb also revealed they have identified the areas polling will be conducted.
We work with the election manager and his staff, so they've given us the locations where the polling places will be. That helps us to do our deployment details. So we're going to put that together latest this Friday
PPC Lamb and his team are aware of some of the communities which may need more attention when they are carrying out their security operations.
We have a couple of locations that need special attention. We have an ongoing conflict between the Kames and the Moveaves after Tawe River and the Lagikamu River. But from information that we've received, they are all happy to go for elections. There won't be any interruptions and all that. So,
he said local community constables and reservists will be engaged during the LLG elections.
we have enough men, about 300 men on the ground. We have only 35 or so regular members, policemen. The rest of the numbers will be made up by CBCs and reservists. So the good thing about the CBCs is that we have CBCs all over the province. So whatever localities, wherever it is, up in the mountains, up the rivers, wherever it is, we have our CBCs on the ground. So to make it easy, we'll be making the deployments accordingly.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Enga provincial government has held a law and order summit during the second day of their Provincial Day celebration recently in Wabet to discuss and strengthen law enforcement and address specific challenges in Enga province.
The Law and Order Summit was attended by the provincial government and administration team, the resident judge, NPL country manager, and other law and order leaders from all 6 districts. The leaders highlighted some main causes and challenges of law and order problems in the province while discussing their solutions. Sir Peter Ipatas expressed that people assume that lawlessness only happens in Enga province. However, it is a countrywide concern.
Law and order is an issue in the country. Enga ini got scale blooming. We have our problem. People at the level of law and order, and especially tribal fight. But this country, and we experiencing people are law and order problem.
He stressed that all government agencies need to be fixed to avoid law and order problems.
Addressing good law and order because was an issue on system of courts, police, CS. Kind agencies from government in the walk in a straight law country.
Acting Ombudsman Kevin Kepora challenged all DDAs to create some economic-based activities in its district for unemployed youths to minimize law and order problems in the community.
The DDA, you need to sit, you need to discuss how you are going to come up with economic activities to engage these young people.
Meanwhile, New Pogara Mine Limited country manager Karo Maha highlighted some of the challenges faced in the mining area.
We have had employees robbed. We had another security personnel that was shot by illegal miners 2 evenings ago. It's a minor wound, but again, this then has an impact on our workforce. We have good Papua New Guineans who don't want to work for us anymore. We would like the best Papua New Guineans to come and work, but they're concerned about security, so they resign and leave.
Ms. Caro adds the illegal miners not to disturb the mine, as Enga province is now getting a large share in the dividends. Enga province is now ready to address the law and order issues and challenges to bring back its glorious days. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Wabek.
The Grade 10 National Examinations commenced today with a total of 87,500 students. According to the Education Department, this is the exact number of Grade 10 students from 520 high schools and secondary schools who have been nominated to sit for the national exam, confirmed by the school's online data collection. The Grade 10 examination will end on the 10th of October. While appreciating the government and the Minimum Wage Board, Public Employees Association General Secretary Ogwalubu Mowana Pea highlighted key points regarding the new determined minimum wage.
The General Secretary noted that this new minimum wage determination will mostly benefit the private sector.
Whilst I acknowledge the Minimum Wages Board from the outset as General Secretary of Public Employees Association, and this is not an official union position, because you asked me of the views, I will give you my view. Minimum wage determination today is pathetic.
When explaining the increase, he stated that the minimum wage earners will still face challenges in their household budget.
But in the big picture, it is an increase that cannot match the current inflation, the current spiraling of cost of living. It cannot measure the Kina devaluation. It cannot also balance up unforeseen taxes that are going to be imposed upon any increase in the wages.
He adds that the last determination was in 2014, and up to this year, a new minimum wage is being determined.
Wage earners of this country, since 2014 until this year, it's almost 10 years of absence for minimum wage increases in this country.
The new minimum wage rate will be 5 kina per hour, which will come into full force in January 1st, 2026. Lorraine Jimal, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja ya? Yum!
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum!
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The all-new, powerful GWM Power. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic, and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport, to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
And even before, we had a presence here before independence, and we were here when the flag went up, and we've done an awful lot together in defence, in development, in sort of peace and security.
Join us tonight at 7 as we hold discussions with the New Zealand High Commissioner to Papua New Guinea, His Excellency Peter Zwart.
To come to Papua New Guinea and work with both existing and potential exporters to help them access the New Zealand market.
That's on tonight.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Society of Junior Accountants at University of Papua New Guinea hosted Accountancy Day today, addressing how the role of accountants have changed in a digital era. Accountancy Day is an annual event that has been hosted for the last 20 years. This year, the Society of Junior Accountants hosted under the theme Digital Transformation and the Accounting Profession.
The purpose of the Accountancy Day is to bring the professionals from the industry and talk to them. So this way, students share the ideas, knowledge, the new development in the industry in relation to accountancy profession.
Mr. Bandanara said this is the way forward to enhancing the learning of students.
Some of the things that are taking place in the business environment, technological environment, all these are not captured. So how to impart this knowledge to the students who are learning accounting at UPNG. So this is the way.
Meanwhile, the director of Deloitte, Thomas Kyle, said the next generation of accountants in Papua New Guinea must become digital influenced in a world where technology is rapidly advancing. Director Audit and Assurance of Deloitte said digital transformation is a positive development as it represents progress, efficiency and opportunities. However, drawing examples of the cyber glitch experienced by prominent institutions in the country, digital transformation introduces new risks accountants and auditors must be ready to address.
Institutions as important as the IRC and Bank of PNG can be targeted. It reminds us that cyber attacks have the potential to disrupt services. Weak governance can result in limiting reliability, and even a single outage can affect businesses nationwide.
Mr. Kyle said the careers of the next generation of accountants will evolve in an environment where digital transformation and disruptions will be a norm.
First, you must become digitally fluent. You don't need to become programmers, but you need to understand the basics of data, systems, and analytics. You need to be able to use digital platforms and enhance your ability to leverage AI. Tools like Excel, Power BI, and basic coding are all part of an accountant's toolkit in the present economic environment that we live in.
He advised the upcoming accountants to be ethically grounded and adaptable.
The tools we use today will not be the same tools that we use in 5 years' time. Therefore, adaptability is really, really key. And the most successful accountants will be the ones that constantly learn, constantly develop, and have the ability to adapt.
MoneyPlus has donated 100 school kits to Coronation Primary School in Port Moresby today. This is part of their ongoing nationwide community engagement program.
The presentation today is part of MoneyPlus community engagement program, which aims to empower students across the country. Team leader for marketing Danny Hitolo said Coronation Primary is one of the schools of the many schools in NCD that MoneyPlus was happy to engage with.
MoneyPlus has given away about 100 school kids. We are proud to have done that, and we will continue to support the schools and community throughout the country.
Head teacher Ms. Vavine Kiniravu thanked MoneyPlus for the support.
We are more than happy in the kind donation because it makes the children to dream big and to see what such companies can do to help the school in the future. And with the donation of the bags they carry around, it will make them remind them of this particular time when Money Plus has come to donate these books. And definitely they will keep on dreaming on to become better people.
Money Plus will extend its donation to other schools in the city.
Thank you, Money Plus.
Pakatambua National, MTV News.
Meanwhile, Coronation Primary, like most schools across the country, is facing challenges, and their main problem now is overcrowding in classrooms.
Head teacher for Coronation Primary School, Ms. Vavine Kini Ravu, highlighted the overcrowding of students in classrooms, which is a common problem in most schools.
Like any other schools, we have immediate needs. For my school, I have a great need is because of the high population of students we have. I have approximately 3,900 students with a teaching staff of 63. One of the biggest problems we have is not enough classroom facilities. We don't have enough classrooms that can cater because in each class we have one teacher teaching 70 to 80 students per class. And it is a great need for the school at this moment.
Mrs. Ravu said despite these challenges, the teachers are able to manage it as they continue to deliver.
But with whatever facilities we have that is on with us, we try to make learning interesting, enjoyable in a way that the students try to learn as much as they can.
Meanwhile, according to recent reports from the Education Department, schools in Port Moresby are struggling with overcrowding in classrooms. NCD Education Service has been vocal on the need for support from politicians and businesses who can help addressing the problem. Pakatambua National, MTV News.
St. Francis Nuku Secondary School received timely financial support of 700,000 kina from Nuku District Development Authority during their dual graduation ceremony recently.
The check was presented by Nuku District Development Authority Chairman and Minister for Public Services and Member for Nuku, Joseph Sungi, to the school's Board of Governors Chairman Dennis Nokopndi during the dual graduation ceremony, reassuring the Nuku DDA's unwavering commitment to the school's growth and expansion. MP Sungi called to the school principal and BOG to manage the allocated funds wisely by prioritizing key infrastructure development like the construction of much-needed science laboratory and staff houses. MP Sungi, who was one of the first pioneer students of St. Francis Nuku Secondary School since its inception in 1976, encouraged the grade 10 and 12 students that every second and minutes count, and they must be mindful of their actions and conduct themselves throughout the examination weeks. MP Sungi urged parents not to give up on their children if they missed out on the selections to tertiary institutions or secondary schools, but rather give their children land and encourage them to till the land to generate income through cash crop planting and sustain themselves. MP Sungi said he will continue to support all schools and institutions in his district. St. Francis Nuku Secondary School Principal Regina O'Neill thanked Minister Sungi for his continuous support towards the school's development. A total of 164 students graduated, which 46 were female students. Nicole Rema, National MTV News.
The community of Brahman in Medang Province gathered in a heartfelt celebration to mark the 93rd birthday of Reverend lay missionary and educator Papa Max David. To honor his legacy, the St. Michael's Brahman alumni presented Papa Max with 10,000 kina as a token of appreciation towards the continuation of his philanthropic work in education and community service.
The occasion brought together generations of St. Michael's High School alumni, now known as St. Michael's Secondary School, to honor the man whose decades of dedication has shaped lives and communities across Papua New Guinea. Representing more than 300 former students, Jeffrey Vaki, president of the ex-Brahmin Students Association, expressed the deep bond that has kept the alumni connected over the past 35 to 40 years. Vaki highlighted the school's role as more than just a learning institution. He said Brahmin molded and shaped them into strong, self-reliant individuals with a robust work ethic, spiritual fortitude, physical strength, and mental intelligence. He credited the pioneering teachers for introducing the self-help agriculture concept that instilled resilience, initiative, and problem-solving skills among students. The impact of St. Michael's extends far beyond Brahmin and the bordering rivers Wege, Imbrum, Tauya, and Ramu. In his tribute, Vaki praised Max David's over 70 years of service to Brahmin. He said Sir Max David's work was never about recognition or personal gain. He was driven by compassion, faith, and a deep sense of responsibility to serve others. His legacy is not just in the buildings he constructed or the projects he initiated, but in the countless lives he touched and the community he helped flourish. Vaki shared that as ex-students of St. Michael's throughout Papua New Guinea and overseas, they are committed to supporting the hard work of Wawi Max, Papa John Yama, John Curry, Richard Gaima, Father Anton Gambu, and current head teacher Mr. Mulligan, and all those who have made this school a success story. The celebration was of life, faith, and enduring influence of a man whose vision and sacrifice has touched generations. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the NESFund market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2386 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2311 US, 0.3479 Australian dollars, 0.1891 euro, and 34.18 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed higher. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFund. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Telecom is offering 2 phones at one price. This is a Telecom 121 and Telecom A551, bundled at the price of 199 kina. T121 phone features include 4G compatibility and camera, while the A551 phone features dual SIM and an AF camera. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk today to grab that pair-perfect phone deal.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The GWM Tank 500 has a super luxurious interior with 7 family-friendly seats, and it really loves going off-road. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Cairns Mayor Amy Eden, accompanied by delegates from Cairns in Australia, paid a visit to remote Yawan village in Morobe province recently.
The Australian delegation, led by Mayor Eden, was given the opportunity to travel to Yawan village in Kabun district of Morobe province. Mission Aviation Fellowship aircraft offered the trip during Papua New Guinea's recent Golden Jubilee celebration. Eden shared her experience, saying that the trip to Yawan gave her a real sense of challenge to reach remote communities in Papua New Guinea. Yawan village is among 1,000 destinations that MAF aircraft travel to, providing air links to isolated communities. MAF planes not only transport people, goods and services but does health trips as well, particularly transporting patients back and forth. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Around 27 women residing at 17 Mile outside of Port Moresby in Central Province received certificates yesterday after completing 4 months of basic sewing training at the Johns Foundation Center of Influence.
The free training program attracted about 50 participants. The graduates were those who completed the training from June to September 2025. Many of the women had been unable to finish school, limiting their chances of securing formal employment. This training aims to help them earn a living for themselves and their families. Pastor Peter Yambe, Training Director of John's Foundation Center of Influence, emphasized that this training is part of sharing good news with the community.
Preach good news. Emsa come lo planti ways. Hino lo book tambu long chester so emsa come lo kind ways. Now you've learned him sewing. Next round by me walk him cooking. Narvla time by me walk him narvla kind of planty something stuff. They are all part of the good news.
One of the eldest participants, Rose Wemin, expressed a gratitude to God and the foundation for providing the opportunity for training.
This plus school he come up and big class staff na mel na give him good plus tintin long all long. Put him this plus school or community or all mama by come na hold him this plus course. Na big plus thank you through ego of God na come long here foundation say. Me talk thank you, me salute you.
In addition to sewing, the Center of Influence also offers literacy classes and hopes to expand its training programs in the near future. These training programs were developed based on a community survey conducted beforehand, which identified basic knowledge needs among locals at 17 Mile. The Center of Influence opened this year in April. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, President Donald Trump says new negotiations for a ceasefire in Gaza are progressing well. Israel delegates and Hamas representatives are meeting in Egypt over U.S. proposal to end the war.
Israel's Prime Minister has confirmed a delegation led by the Strategic Affairs Minister Ron Dermer will go to the Red Sea resort town of Sharm el-Sheikh. These are the first indirect talks between Israel and Hamas after Israel tried to assassinate the Hamas leadership with missile strikes in the Qatari capital Doha in September. The Hamas leaders are reportedly already in Cairo, speaking with mediators from Qatar and the United States. The US and Israel have indicated they want a comprehensive deal that can be implemented very quickly, particularly the return of the Israeli hostages in one go. That's what's being currently put forward. Hamas says it has accepted most of the Trump proposal, and it did so at the end of last week, but it has major reservations with some of the elements in that plan, particularly the fact that there won't be a Palestinian government in charge of Gaza, and that appears that Palestinian self-determination and statehood looks almost permanently sidelined and subject to an Israeli veto. But the main issue that's likely to be discussed is going to be whether or not Israeli troops will fully withdraw from Gaza. Yesterday, the Chief of Staff of the Israel Defense Forces told troops in Gaza that Israel would retain the ability to return to wherever it needed within the Gaza Strip, even after a deal was struck. And that's something that Hamas is likely to be very alarmed by. In the meantime, health authorities in Gaza say Israel continues to bomb the Gaza Strip, even though President Trump has told Israel to stop.
Ukrainian president has hit out at allies over their lack of response to the latest round of Russian strikes.
More than 50 missiles and around 500 drones targeted 9 regions across Ukraine, hitting civilian infrastructure. A woman was killed in a strike on Zaporizhia. Another 4 people, including a 15-year-old, were killed in Lviv in western Ukraine. Local officials say it was the largest attack on the region since Russia began its full-scale invasion in 2022.
The balcony is damaged, the windows shattered. Look what happened in the other rooms. How could I live here? I don't know how we'll manage. It was already hard before, but now it's even worse. What am I supposed to do?
Volodymyr Zelensky has slammed the West's response to what he called Russia's aerial terror. He's called for Western allies to send additional air defences.
Sadly, there's no strong, adequate response from the international community to what's happening, to the constant escalation and brazenness of these strikes. Putin is doing it and seems to mock the West and its silence and lack of strong actions. Russia has rejected every proposal to end the war or even to halt the strikes. It's blatantly trying to destroy our civilian infrastructure, especially now ahead of winter, gas facilities, power plants and transmission systems. Zero real reaction from the world.
Police in Western Australia have seized more than 100 firearms in an operation targeting sovereign citizens. It was a direct response to the fatal shooting of 2 Victorian police officers, with similar operations planned across the country.
Seizing firearms and cancelling gun licences.
The firearms will be coming with us today, so the compound will.
WA police are cracking down on people who identify as sovereign citizens. They don't believe in the legitimacy of government and its laws.
How on earth can the state of Western Australia entrust those people with the responsibilities for being a lawful gun owner?
Last week, police searched 70 properties throughout the state. They seized 135 firearms and cancelled or suspended 44 gun licences, sending a clear message that no one is above the law.
If you have made it very clear that you do not abide by the laws of Western Australia set by the Parliament, then there is no way that you can be a fit and proper person to hold a firearm in Western Australia.
The operation was sparked by the fatal shooting of 2 police officers in the Victorian town of Paulpunka in August. The alleged shooter, a self-identified sovereign citizen.
We have seen some very tragic and serious incidents in other states. We want to keep Western Australians safe. We want to keep our police officers safe.
Police have identified around 1,000 sovereign citizens in WA.
Not every sovereign citizen is a risk, but some are, and that is a risk we cannot take.
Gun owners who've had their licences suspended will be subjected to a fitness to hold test.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Did you know that at Number One Super, you can access your information online without needing to visit a branch? Receive your balance via SMS within seconds. View your transaction history, housing advance eligibility, beneficiary listing, and download your statement via the NSL mobile app and member portal. For any other query, you can email our call center team. You'll be amazed at how much time you can save. Join the thousands of other Number One Super members getting online. Visit the Number One Super website to get started.
The all-new GWM Power has the best-in-class pulling power. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. Holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The countdown is on for this year's Prime Minister's 13th Rugby League clashes as PNG prepares to host Australia in Port Moresby.
In a media release today, Rugby League fans can now expect a big day of action this Sunday, 12th October, when Papua New Guinea hosts Australia in the annual Prime Minister's 13 Rugby League matches for men and women. Teams for all divisions arrive in camp today to prepare for the event. The day will feature 4 exciting matches, starting with the Junior Orchids taking on the Australian School Girls, followed by the Junior Kumuls facing the Australian School Boys, before the Prime Minister's 13 women's and men's matches. PNG RFL Chairman Sandy Saka announced the squad for all 4 teams, highlighting this year marks the 28th anniversary for the Prime Minister's 13 matches since the first game in 2005. Saka said the event continues to strengthen the relationship between PNG and Australia, which extends beyond sport, while also playing a major role in developing rugby league in the country. He added that the selection of squad shows the success of domestic competitions and pathway programs, with many young players now competing in Australia and English Super League. The match day schedule starts at 9 a.m. with the Junior Orchids, followed by Junior Kumuls at 11 a.m., PM13 Women at 1 p.m. and the men's match at 3 p.m. Tickets are on sale at the post-PNG outlets, priced from 30 kina for the Eastern Stand to 120 kina for the Grand Stand. The annual Prime Minister's 13 matches also promote rugby league and support important humanitarian causes in both nations. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The PNG Reserve Barramundis cricket squad continues with their weekly training in Port Moresby to stay fit and game ready.
With the Reserve PNG Barra side currently based in Port Moresby, preparations are well underway to maintain player fitness and readiness for future matches. A total of 12 players are part of the Reserve squad, including familiar names like Gaba Frank, Oalapuka, Vagi Guba and Peter Karoho. Under the leadership of Coach Kilapala, the team trains 4 days a week with a structured schedule, focusing on skills, fielding and strength work.
Yes, the team has been selected, but it's also important for the boys to, get their skills at the level, at the standard that we want them to be at, as players, individual players, and as a team.
Training runs from Monday to Thursday, starting with skill sessions at Amini Park, gym sessions, and focused fielding drills. Fridays are set aside for rest weekend and match preparation. Coach Pala also stated that most of these players are competing in the local Port Moresby Cricket Association competition finals this coming weekend, which will boost their confidence and sharpen their form. Meanwhile, PNG Barra's reserve player Vagi Guba says trainings are vital.
Next year, one time come lo mipla just preparing mipla yet lo this la. 2 weeks from there till now, mipla training without all barras. Mipla just work out, that's all. Like me talk, mipla just maintaining skills from mipla lo side lo batting, bowling, fielding.
The reserve barras will continue their sessions leading into the domestic finals, aiming to remain match ready for future national duties. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Meanwhile, the PNG Reserve Barramundis have shared their support as the national side prepares for an important match in Malaysia tonight.
At Amini Park today, the Reserve PNG Barramundi squad continued their training sessions as preparations build up for upcoming competitions. During an interview with Trukai Sports, Coach Kilapala extended his best wishes to the PNG Barramundis national team, who will take on Malaysia at 7 p.m. tonight in a warm-up match in Oman.
We'd like to say support or bring our support over to the boys who are in Oman. We know the work is, it's just the start of the tournament. So all the best to the remaining games, and I think they're playing their second warm-up match against Malaysia, 7 p.m. Oman local time. So yeah, I think it'll be early hours in the morning over here. So hopefully we can watch some footage of that. But all the best to the boys. The boys here are working hard and training, and we're all rooting for you guys to get into the top 3.
The match is a key part of PNG's build-up to the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Asia and East Asia Pacific qualifier, which will be held in Oman. Pala said the result will help shape the team's confidence and readiness ahead of the crucial tournament. With strong local support behind them, the national side hopes for a strong performance tonight as they edge closer to the World Cup qualification. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja ya? Ya.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you. Yum. Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Papua New Guinea is currently facing a polio outbreak. Polio is a very dangerous disease that causes lifelong paralysis, even death. All children under 10 years of age are at high risk. To protect our children, the government of Papua New Guinea is conducting a nationwide polio immunization campaign for all children under 10. This campaign will run from the 13th to the 31st of October in health facilities, schools, or through health teams visiting your community. If you have a child, grandchild, or sibling under 10, it is very important you get them immunized during this campaign, even if they have received polio immunization previously. Immunization is safe, free, and effective.
Please protect me from polio.
Eligible children will also receive vitamin A, deworming tablets, and routine immunization during this campaign. This message is brought to you by the National Department of Health with support from UNICEF, WHO, and all our partners.
The GWM Tank 300 has all the amazing creature comforts you want. And it really loves going off-road. Hop into Barocco Motors for a spin. Book a test drive today.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
And even before, we had a presence here before independence, and we were here when the flag went up. And we've done an awful lot together in defence, in development, in sort of peace and security.
Join us tonight at 7 as we hold discussions with the New Zealand High Commissioner to Papua New Guinea, His Excellency Peter Zwart.
To come to Papua New Guinea and work with both existing and potential exporters to help them access the New Zealand market.
That's on tonight.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Chukai Sports. The Port Moresby Cricket Association finals are eating up, with teams securing crucial wins to keep their grand final hopes alive.
The Port Moresby Cricket Association finals unfolded over the weekend at Amini Park, with teams battling for a place in the season's grand finals in both reserve and premier grades. In the reserve grade qualifying final, Raukele produced a strong performance to defeat Hoods and book the first spot in the grand final. They will now rest and prepare for the championship match. In the elimination final, Kempa proved too strong for the Konepoti and secured their place in the preliminary final. Kempa will now face Hoods in this weekend, with the winner advancing to meet Raukele in the reserve grade grand final. Meanwhile, in the premier grade, there were more surprises. Kempa, who finished second on the ladder, defeated minor premiers Pari in the qualifying final to become the first team through the grand final. In the elimination match, Raukele, who finished third, overcame fourth place Konepoti to stay alive in the competition. Raukele now meet Pari in the premier grade preliminary final. The winner of that match will take on Kempa for next year's premier grade title. With both grades producing thrilling results and tough contests, the stage is set for an exciting weekend of preliminary finals as teams battle for the ultimate prize in the Port Moresby cricket. Joel Mipari, Chukai Sports.
That ends Chukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports. Chukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Papua New Guinea is currently facing a polio outbreak. Polio is a very dangerous disease that causes lifelong paralysis, even death. All children under 10 years of age are at high risk. To protect our children, the government of Papua New Guinea is conducting a nationwide polio immunization campaign for all children under 10. This campaign will run from the 13th to the 31st of October in health facilities, schools, or through health teams visiting your community. If you have a child, grandchild, or sibling under 10, it is very important you get them immunized during this campaign, even if they have received polio immunization previously. Immunization is safe, free, and effective.
Please protect me from polio.
Eligible children will also receive vitamin A, deworming tablets, and routine immunization during this campaign. This message is brought to you by the National Department of Health with support from UNICEF, WHO, and all our partners.
Join me every Thursday night as Sports Scene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David.
Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes on Papua. Now an NRL team based here.
We create a pathway.
And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name's Gemma Schnobel and you're watching.
All the younger ones will follow.
Sports Scene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy, man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with chances of few showers and possible thunderstorms. And Popondetta, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. In the Momasa region, Lake City, partly cloudy, and Vanimo, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with chances of few showers and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, partly cloudy with possible few showers, and Buka, partly cloudy with chances of few showers and possible thunderstorms. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Menditari and Wabeg, mostly cloudy periods with heavy rain at times and thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Monday, 6th of October 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
Coming up next, 7 p.m. in Focus, 7:30 p.m. The Pacific, 8 p.m. Tokpisi News Headlines, followed by Sea Patrol, 9 p.m. My Kitchen Rules.